everybody. Welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look here at the visitors. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. 2.5 games back. Now the starting group for the visitors. While the season just started, GA, we have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
Here's Robinson. Lets it go with the three. No good that time. Here's Barnett. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Now here's Graham. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Hurley. No dice from the high post. Pass to Robinson. It's rebounded by Doc. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Long. Shoots the three. For the three.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team.
Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside Robinson. Over Long. It's rebounded by Doc. Doc's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
Here's Hurley. His 3-pointer's off the mark. The shot from the low post is good. It's all knotted up.
Finally able to knock one down. Hopefully the lid is off the basket.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. They set the pick. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Barnett. And he banks in the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Back to Robinson. And here we go. Throws it up high and stolen by Graham. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Robinson. Fires from deep. Good on the 3-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Barnett. Here's Long. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Pass to Graham.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The three. No good on that one. Gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Johnson outside. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
In this first quarter, around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Pass to Blake. There's the three. Graham with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Shoots, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shot drops.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Johnson in the corner. Johnson the screen. Lets it go from the wing. That shot, no good.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Hits it from 3-point range. And so the first quarter is in the books. They lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
5 to shoot. Stolen by Robinson. Pass the Miracle Man. Robinson down low. Here's Miracle Man. Shoots it. The rebound by Long. Johnson outside. Now Blake. Goes up on the wing. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Back to Robinson. No good with the triple. Robinson's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Blake misses. A lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Pass to Robinson. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Past the Miracle Man. Just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Miracle Man's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
Here's Wong. 8 points his last outing. There's the pick. Blake for 3. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. Miracle Man, good. Miracle Man's got 5.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Blake for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league, the steal leaders among shooting guards. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. From the arc. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 6.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
On the wing, Johnson. There's the triple. He's off on that one. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Graham from outside. And it's Barnett with the rebound. Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Johnson. Here's Hurley. And it's off from three-point range. Very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. All alone. And it's good for 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Pass to Johnson. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Miracle Man. Gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. To the right side. Lock at 6. A three-pointer, no good. To the middle. And that one, good.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Up 10. And let's hear from Allie LaForge, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start.
They're not applying enough pressure offensively. Very little presence inside. Too much reliance on long jumpers.
You know how I feel about that style, Kenny. I don't even want to comment.
And now, and I know it's still early in the season, but let's take a moment to talk about the conference standings in the West.
You take a look at the home team, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Miracle Man.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Here's Long. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Long's got 6 points.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Outside Robinson. They set the pick. Graham from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Graham's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Graham's gone 1 of 3 from deep tonight. Pass to Doc. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Misses the jumper. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. Pass to Barnett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
He's perfect from the line this time.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Graham. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. 7 points in the game.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Here is Doc. Here's Long. 6 points for him. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Right wing. Here's Hurley. Pass to Long. This one for 3. The shot, no good.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
First team foul.
What's up?
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds.
You know, both of these teams really look to hammer the offensive glass on a nightly basis. So some commonalities between them. This should be a physical battle tonight.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's the pick. Fires the three. The shot comes out.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Robinson kicks to Green. Launches it. The rebound by Long. Gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. And now Allie Laporte says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, thanks a lot. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Kevin, back to you.
Keeping that edge. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Back to Robinson. Buries it from three-point range. Robinson's got his second bucket tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Blake. Can they get it? That shot off the mark.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
The quick look, no good that time. Being 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Here's Hurley. Can't cash in from the high post.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
Some of the stats for Robinson. 19th in field goal percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And back to his efficiency from three, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Drills it from outside.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Beyond the arc. Robinson pulls it in.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
The 17-footer. Good on the shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Doc. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Lets the three fly. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Robinson for three. That one misses. Being an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to Long.
Come get it, come get it.
4 seconds left. That's tipped. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 18. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The rebound by Johnson.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Barnett. Johnson outside. O'Neal with the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Guarded by Blake. Back to Graham. 6 to shoot. O'Neal sets the screen for Graham. Offline with his three.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Blake passes to Johnson. Here's Barnett. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Here's Barnett. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Back to Graham. Launches a three. That shot no good.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Johnson outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Back to Graham. Fires, high post, and it's Barnett with the rebound.
Well, and he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Graham surveying the floor. Now Robinson. Graham with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. The shot is off.
It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Graham touched it last. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And stolen by Graham. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now Robinson. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Doesn't get that one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And before his untimely injury, Jaden Ivey, Greg, was blossoming in his 3rd season.
Yeah, his shooting touch showed tremendous improvement. Great to see him back on the court, and still plenty of time to deliver on his potential.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Takes the 3. Does not go. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Steps back. Robinson there for the rebound. Being 43% for the game. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Beyond the arc. And it misses.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
And it's blocked. And so the ball's out of bounds. Graham touched it last. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Here's Long. He nails it from 11. .55 seconds left in the game. Here's Robinson. And again unable to change the momentum here. Here's Long, guarded by Robinson. Five to shoot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Let's go.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.